It's real. Yep. Ooh. Good evening to all my Cubs and Lady Cubs. It is your number one Leo King, and we are back in this thing called Warframe, and this is a Warframe Quickie. Warframe Quickie. By the title, as you can clearly see, you know I'm an advocate for the underdogs and anything Warframe. That's a Warframe underdog. People say it's trash. It ain't no good. Lies. Freaking lies, man. But anyway, no hostility, no aggression. This is about March for Death. This is about March for Death. Please, for the love of God, ignore the hair, okay? Hold on, I'm just go ahead. Let me take this off real quick. Ignore the hair, please. Thank you. Yeah, this is about March for Death, and it is still great, in my opinion. Still great, and I have three different applications that I would like to show you tonight on how March for Death is still good. Should I go ahead and show? Yeah, I'll go ahead and show off Excalibur. I think, did I put him in another video already? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. But I'm gonna show him out because, like I said, I got three, including him, other very, very good builds. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Just a recap of Excalibur, March for Death, just so everybody's on the same page. March for Death is put in the place of Excalibur's 3, removed Radial Javelin. Currently I have 133% of bonus additional damage. That is before growing power procs, and that is also before Chromatic Blade and Radiant Finish have anything to do with the damage output of my March for Death. So, just real quick, you can do it either with the melee or with his Exalted Blade. I personally like doing it with the Exalted Blade because I feel like in a comfort area, I feel like it puts out a little bit more damage. Just for me. We're going to reduce the enemy number to 8. Level is at max. Alright, so here we go. They're up and they're roaming. We're gonna bring the sword out. They're blind. Yep. And like I said, these are level 155 corrupted heavy goons. That's what happens with Excalibur. I believe the radius for that explosion is less than or equal to 20 meters. Let's see. Yep, right under 20. So I'll say about in the 19-ish range. Anything within 19 meters of you is going to die. I've also learned that if there are enemies behind the environment, behind walls or anything like that, they don't feel the effects. So you just got to be a little bit mindful of that. If you can get, I don't know, a larva, somebody with a nidus or somebody with larva ability on their kit to pull them all, pull most in one area, you capture one on the side, get everybody. Yeah, it's fun times, like a little setup. I know a lot of people say, well, instead of doing that, I could just shoot my gun. Well, duh. We know you can just shoot your gun, or we know you just swing your sword. But sometimes you have to break the monotony. That's why a lot of these gamers, when it comes to this game, they burn out because they're not breaking the monotony. They're not doing different stuff. So, moving on. We talked about Excalibur already. My second person that I would like to bring to the forefront is Ash. Everybody, of course, knows Ash can do the thing too. I think I put a little bit more punch on Ash, just a little bit more, not nothing too like extravagant or like that, but since it is a finisher, of course you got Steel Charge. I may end up putting a Forma to fit on Coaction Drift to get more melee damage. Of course, you got Arcane Fury, if I wanted to proc that. Fatal Teleport gives the bonus finisher damage, of course, and then we're running a dagger. Cars Prime is the heaviest dagger as far as damage output. It has the highest crit chance and crit multiplier, I believe. I did slap on Covert Lethality and Finishing Touch for more finisher damage. The primary and secondary just for fun. I just like these weapons in particular because they do a lot of stuff. Just fun. So, of course, we're going to bring them back. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, okay. So, as you can see, or I don't know if you saw, I'll bring it back just real quick. I put Mark for Death on his 1, getting rid of his 1, because that's the obvious choice. Alright, so, let's get some energy. There. Pop 2. Pop 1. And it does the thing. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. And I believe I got a decent range on his explosion too. Let me see. Yeah, about the same. Yep, 20.5. I tried to get the builds right at that 20, that 20 spot because it's a safer number. So now we're gonna bring out Baruch. I didn't think it was gonna work, but the application of Mark for Death in Baruch's hands, it is something sick. The reason why I say that, and as you can tell, I had put another Forma in him for this build in particular. I think I put another for a rolling guard, just to have a little defensive capability, because he was just strictly offensive, and I found myself on my butt a little bit more than I wanted to be. So, rolling guard, of course, gives me invulnerability for 3 seconds, gives me the time necessary to apply my 2. Put everybody to sleep, and with the amount of duration I have, everybody's asleep for a long time. But as you can see, my duration is a lot bigger because of Endless Lullaby. Performing a finisher on a sleeping enemy will trigger lull for 100% of the remaining duration. So that means that every time I kill an enemy, it re-triggers lull for the remaining duration again. So it's a cascading effect, just like Equinox's 2, Saren's 1. I don't even know if there is anything else that applies like that, but it cascades to the next enemy based off of radius and duration. I don't know if the cascading effect is like if the person dies, another poof, I should say, another poof of lull in within 38 meters of that enemy will apply. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the case. I haven't had the chance to test that out just yet, because you can only do so much in a simulacrum. I mean, let's just be honest. You can only do so much. So it just works though, because you hit a group with lull. You have a 38 meter radius to hit people in. You hit that one person, and then you even put Mark for Death on it. that still triggers Endless Lullaby. So it could go into another room, perhaps, and shut that room down. So you run into another room and you hit another enemy with MFD, and it cascades based off of your duration and range. And I'm like, Baruch? Watch. I haven't had this pop. I don't think it will pop, but I want it to work. I don't know if it'll work with Arcane Trickery yet, because if it does, that'll give him another layer of defensive posture that'll help you get around, because that's 30 seconds of invisibility, and the kill is a finisher. So I haven't had a chance for that to proc yet, but we're gonna see. But I digress. Let's go into it. So you can see just what I see. Give me one moment. Alright. So I had a whole little setup that I wanted to do on him as well. This is on him for another build that I got for Reactive Storm. I got Desolate Hands with the Condition Overload on it. And this is a 4 status new core with Reactive Storm and Condition Overload. I'm not going to say any more on that. So let me get out the intimates. Alright, so I'm going to bring the number up a little bit just so you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, night. Yep. That still happens. And like you see, I die. These are level 155s. I was just, being careless. But look, let me show you. Get ready to go night. Somebody dropped somewhere. Oh good, nobody dropped nowhere. And to make it a little bit more fun, I even like to do it with his ow. I even like to do it with his 4. They are really slapping me. No. Oh, freaking frack. There you go. I don't know why I'm shooting it, but I just wanted to get rid of it. I'm just saying, if you want to break the monotony, you gotta kind of think outside the box a little bit. I still got some leveling up to do on him. And unfortunately, I don't think Arcane Trickery is going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I'm not sure why it's not classifying the finisher portion of, Endless Lullaby, or the finisher portion of the 1 as a finisher to proc. But I've been playing this game, I've been playing Baruch all day in different missions and whatnot, and I have yet to get Arcane Trickery to proc. I still got some numbers that I need to push, or I still got some different modes that I need to push in regards to seeing if I can get it to proc, but I haven't had the chance to get it to proc yet. Okay, I'm still getting shot at. Get rid of that guy. So I'm gonna leave it on because I'm determined to see if it'll work. But yeah, it works. Like, Mark for Death to me, is not, it's not dead. Does it do the same thing that it did on release? Freak no. And it won't ever. But it still does what it, like, it still can do what it did, just without billions of numbers flashing across the screen. That's what a lot of people like to see. But let's be reasonable, let's be adult about this. That's not what they wanted. They shut that down. But it can still do that, you know, just with different setups or whatnot. So I have had fun playing Baruch and doing Mark for Death of all abilities on Baruch. Like, come on. You don't, a lot of people don't see like how crazy that is. It's like, it's Baruch. He's known for his 4, or sometimes his 3, sometimes his 2. Why does he have his 1? I mean, but that's besides the point. It's Marked for Death on Baruch, or it's Marked for Death on Excalibur. I even tried to find it on Banshee, but it just didn't work out like I wanted it to. One day, Banshee. One day. I actually thought, and this might be separate, I actually thought about putting Lull on Banshee. I don't know how that would work, if that would be a smart move or not, but I am definitely gonna try. Yeah, that is actually it. I'm putting a little bit more time on Baruch. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out Arcane Trickery. But yeah, Marked for Death is not dead. If people can have fun with energized munitions, of course Empower, of course Infest and Mobility, just the last 3 helmet skills are just not necessary. The one with the heal your pet and call it to him, and the instant hack, and I think actually restore shields is like it's very niche, but it's very good on a few frames. But there are some skills that just don't need to be. But I digress. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully you leave some comments, because I'm going to be pushing all of my Warframe quickies once I get them on Twitch. I'm going to be pushing them to my YouTube channel. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to hit me up on Twitch or go to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio for Twitch. Other than that, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day. Blue screen.